The Office of Student Affairs is there to support students' goals of becoming dentists. That is our main reason for being, and to ensure that their experience here is a positive one. As Associate Dean for Student Affairs, I represent the students and student issues on the administration. My goals in particular are to maintain open communication with the students so that their voice is heard, and so that we also let them know what is going on in the school. And secondly, to build a sense of community and shared commitment to the School of Dental Medicine. I know we have some alumni in the auditorium, and so this probably looks familiar to you. That school was fun then too. But we do try to communicate with our students. We have listservs set up so that we can easily and readily communicate. We hold regular communication meetings with the student leaders. We have class meetings where the dean will meet with each class to talk about their particular concerns. As soon as orientation is done, I will be hitting the students with an orientation survey. So if you have any comments in particular about the events that you participated in, would you share those with your student? Because I'm going to ask them, what did your family think about Family Day? What could we do better? And we're always trying to improve this experience. And every single senior sits down with a member of the administration, and we ask them some questions about their experience here in the school. Again, to close the loop, to find out where we can be doing things better, and to find out, what their experiences were. As far as community and commitment, the orientation program is our first attempt at building a sense of community among the students. We have second-year students who, as a committee, put together a whole lot of social events for their new members of the profession. So they went bowling, I think, on Tuesday. They went to downtown Buffalo. They've been doing lots of different things in order to build the sense of community as a class. We have a talent show, and we just in January held our 15th annual talent show. We have faculty, students, and staff participate in the talent show. It takes place in the Drama Theater right next door, and it's a wonderful annual event. For Match Day, as Gordy Gross mentioned, we have a luncheon for all the seniors. This is when they find out what postgraduate programs they're matched to. So we have a nice luncheon to recognize that accomplishment. And then during commencement, we have several events that, again, build community and help to launch them into the world. All right. So as families, this is what I call the peace, love, and understanding. What is the family's role? And I ask students periodically, I said, I talked to the families at Family Day. Is there anything that you would have liked me to have talked about when I, talked to your families? And they say, well, yeah, you can tell them that we really, really appreciate care packages. It's very much appreciated. Gift cards. Our stores in Buffalo, the grocery stores, are Tops and Wegmans. So you know. Coupons to restaurants. Money is mentioned quite often, I would say. And another thing that one student mentioned that I hadn't thought of, but now that I have a student in college, I understand the importance. Those unsubsidized loans where the interest is accruing, pay off the interest for them if you can. And I don't know if anyone has heard, but the Stafford loans, as of next July, there will be no more subsidized loans, so there will be no interest deferred loans as of next year. So paying those interest payments as they come up is a nice way to help your student. And they may not call you. If you saw Dr. Antonson's slide with the amount of time that students are spending, those are just the scheduled sessions that they're in, the classes and labs. After that, then they're going to go home and study and prepare for doing it all again the next day. So they may not call on a regular basis, so reach out to them, call them, and see how they're doing. You can also call us if you are concerned that you haven't heard in a couple weeks, and we can surreptitiously see how they're doing. If you're a significant other, I want to welcome you to dental school, because it'll be a long and interesting 4 years for you as well. Please be patient with your significant other. Be understanding. It's not going to be, I'll do the dishes today, dear. and you'll do them tomorrow. It's, would you mind doing the dishes and making my lunches and making the meals and paying all the bills and carting me around for the next 4 years, and I'll make it up to you, I promise. So I like to think sort of along the lines of Gandhi and Mother Teresa. It will take a great deal of understanding on your parts to help your student to get through this challenging but ultimately rewarding 4 years. And they may not call you, so you might want to call them to remind them that it's time to come home. So I would like to welcome you to dental school, and the last speaker this morning that I would like to introduce is our Director of Student Services. She's the person who really helps the students directly through their dental program. So Dr. Karen Miller, will you please come up?
Thank you, Dr. Davis. It's really hard being the last speaker, especially when I watch Dr. Antonson's. I just cannot compete with his presentation. But in addition to the great speeches that we already heard, I know that you're anxiously waiting for your dental student to come out and be cloaked. But I promise you it'll just be a couple minutes and you'll be able to see your dental student get cloaked. I'd also like to welcome everyone, mothers, fathers, spouses, grandparents, significant others. I know there are some children here, brothers, sisters, whoever you are, welcome. It is sincerely my honor and privilege to be before you today. I sincerely congratulate every one of you for the support and encouragement that you have provided over the years. As some speakers have mentioned before me, we know it's a rough road to get to dental school. It's a lot of work, and you're here, and I personally guarantee that I'm committed to help every one of the dental students through the next 4 years. I was hired in 1996 to facilitate your dental students' education. I am not a dentist. I do not plan on going to dental school, but I love dental students and I love dental education. Most of my professional work experience has been in higher education. I've been trained as a counselor through a counselor education program, personnel administration, and most recently I received my PhD in educational leadership and policy. My dissertation was on the professional socialization of dental students. So you can see I kind of eat and breathe, live dental students and education. I am a student advocate here at the school. I facilitate, listen, counsel, advise. I'm always a little bit hesitant to use the word counseling because over the years, some of our dental students have told me, counseling kind of freaks them out. They think that I have some type of leather couch in the back of my office, and it's kind of weird. And dental students are very educated, very proactive. They don't like to think that they need any help. So I really have spent a great deal of time finding out how I can approach them so I can actually help them. So I usually will use the word advise. Again, I'm here to help every student through their journey. Last week, I met with your dental student and I gave them a brochure and some advice from graduates from over the past several years. And in my brochure, you might have seen it, I have Safe Zone on it because my office and our entire suite of academic and student affairs is a safe zone. When your dental student enters, we guarantee that we will help the student. We might not always have the answer, but they will not leave our office until we provide them with the proper guidance and at least they know where to go for the answer. My position is unique. While I believe other dental students in the country have people in student affairs and have people do similar things, my position is dedicated, again, to helping your student through the 4-year journey. While dental school is changing, we like to believe it's for the better. Over the years, as Dr. Davis mentioned, we have been doing Family Day for about 12 years now. And over the last 12 years, I'd say at every single one, some of our dentists that graduated from UB have come up to me and said, boy, when I was in dental school, there wasn't any Karen Miller. We were just kind of thrown in. We didn't have Family Day. We didn't have this. We didn't have that. So sometimes you'll hear stories where perhaps there weren't as many people around to help the dental students. Well, things are changing, and we can guarantee that everyone here, from the administration, faculty, staff, all of your colleagues are here to help you. Today, Family Day and the White Coat Ceremony is the first bookend of your dental student's journey. In 4 years, graduation, which really comes quickly, and I know sometimes people will say to me, it's easier for you to say, but once your dental student gets through the first 2 years, they tell me it's a blink of an eye, and if they're in the right profession, clinic goes by quickly, and they always tell me how much they love it. So the other bookend being graduation. All of the days in between, I'm here as a resource person. My position is to help you achieve your goals, keeping in mind that your health, and I mean mental and physical, is your most important priority, and you have to always keep that in mind, and dental education will follow. Last week when I spoke to the dental students, I promised them that I would give some advice today to you regarding how you might continue to provide support for your dental student over the next 4 years. The first one is encouragement. You'd be surprised how many students tell me that perhaps they can't go home every weekend. In fact, it is not encouraged to go home every weekend like they used to do when they were in undergrad. And sometimes they'll tell me that their significant others will feel slighted, or maybe, you're not paying much attention to me, and they complain to the dental student. They'll say, you really aced undergrad. Like, what's the big deal? Why can't you come home as often as you used to? You always got A's. What's the problem? And that makes them feel really nervous and a little bit anxious. So they would like to hear, do your personal best. Whatever your personal best is, that's good with us. Be supportive. I'm here for you, whatever, whenever. I support you in all that you do. And last but not least, patience. You'll still get your birthday card. It might not be on your birthday. It might not even be in the same week. But they will call, they will send a birthday card. It just might not be on the same basis that used to happen. Today, our White Coat Ceremony is the first step in your dental student accomplishing their goals. Again, the first bookend. We're asking you today to participate in our school culture, what we value, what we feel is a first step in achieving the goal of becoming a dental healthcare professional. We take the step together in prep for graduation, the second bookend. I think if people would ask me one word I would use to describe myself, I would say approachable. Many of you know me. I spoke with some of you, and we talked a little bit about what it was like when you came in for your interview. You can call me anytime. I have probably the most people that call me are the moms. And they do not want their dental student to know. If they say, could you arrange somehow to just bump into my dental student just to see how they're doing, and I'll call you in a couple days. There are some moms which, when they come into town, I meet them for coffee, maybe for lunch sometimes. We have a great relationship. There are dental students that graduated several years ago that still call me all the time. I heard from one yesterday that's just 5 years, graduated about 5 years ago, and he's already opened up his own second practice. So he's doing very well. Again, feel free to call me anytime while I cannot discuss any grades or matters of privacy with you regarding your dental student. Sometimes it's comforting to know that someone is here that you can call or email that can shed some light on your areas of concern. Please stop by. I'll be at the picnic. Introduce yourself. Again, I'm very approachable, and if there's something that you feel that you didn't hear today and you'd like some questions answered, please stop me, and I'll be happy to help you. Again, welcome, and I sincerely thank you for your participation. Thank you.